Hi, I'm Dr. Devin Martin. I'm an audiologist and I currently work at Texas Hearing Center. If you're watching this video, it's probably because you Googled what are the best hearing aids of 2025. I'm going to share that information with you, and I'm also going to give you a few strategies and tips to help navigate purchasing hearing aids. I want to start by Googling what are the best hearing aids of 2025. And when I do, the first thing I see are a couple of articles, and I just want to bring it to your attention really quickly. But when you look at these articles, you actually see it says sponsored, sponsored, sponsored. That means they paid to be the first thing that you see when you search that. So just so you are aware, they paid to be there. Let's go ahead and open up those articles. The first one is Forbes Health. Forbes, seems like a trustworthy source, but let's go ahead and read it. The first one that they put as number one, they're saying it's ranked a 9.9, and it's the People's Choice Award, is the Jabra hearing aid. I am here to tell you that that is not one of the best hearing aids of 2025. It's actually considered what is called an over-the-counter hearing aid, and it is basically a reduced version of one of the prescription hearing aids, ReSound. So it's coming from the same company. When I'm Googling what are the best hearing aids of 2025, I want to know what are the best of the best. That is not even on the radar of what the best hearing aids are of 2025. I'm seeing a few others. Number two, I'm gonna be careful about saying names. I don't wanna get in trouble, but I'm looking at number two. If you go on their website, first of all, I don't even recognize this hearing aid. If an audiologist doesn't even know what this hearing aid is, that's a red flag. So it's also only $289. That is way too cheap. You can't tell me that this has good technology in it. I would not recommend that to anyone. I'm going down the list and it's the same thing over and over. I wouldn't recommend any of these places. I'm also looking at National Council on Aging. I keep seeing the same thing. It's the same stuff, and I wouldn't recommend any of them. So that's kind of curious. It also makes me wonder, this says written by Jill blank. Is Jill an audiologist? I'm kind of wondering who's writing these articles. What gives them the credibility to speak on this matter? Probably nothing. And if I had to guess, I think that these hearing aid companies, I think they paid to be on these lists. So since now we know we can't trust everything that we see on the internet, I'm going to tell you what the best hearing aids are of 2025. The first thing I will tell you is there are prescription hearing aids, and then there are over-the-counter hearing aids. Over-the-counter hearing aids, it's a relatively newer thing, but you can imagine when that finally happened, all of these tech companies, they want a piece of the pie. So all of these different companies, they start making hearing aids here, hearing aids here, hearing aids here, and they're advertising, hey, we have hearing aids for only $200. These are the best hearing aids you can ever get. There is no regulation on them being honest with you or them claiming that they have the best hearing aids. They can market and they can advertise however they want. I took a lot of courses that were related to hearing aids and the history of hearing aids, the research behind hearing aids, the acoustics behind hearing aids, the technology components behind hearing aids. It's a lot more complex than these companies are making it out to be. These prescription hearing aids are the best of the best. These manufacturers have been around for a very long time. They have decades worth of research and development. They have full research and development teams. They hire research audiologists, a lot of different types of technology engineers, etc. One manufacturer specifically, they hired someone who used to work at Intel, the computer chip company, and they hired this person to help develop the latest technology and the latest hearing aid in their line. These are high quality hearing aids. These are the best hearing aids of 2025. So let's talk about those. So the first company that I want to talk about is Starkey. So this is the Starkey Edge AI. So it has a pretty sleek look to it. I really love the way they look. They have a beautiful sound quality. They have AI technology to filter out a lot of noise, restaurant noise. They're waterproof and they have really great battery life. So those are the Starkey. The next manufacturer that is really great is going to be the Phonak Infinio Sphere. So they're a little bit bigger. They have a nice design. They have a great sound quality as well. They are considered water resistant. The battery life is a little lower, but they do also have AI filter, like speech and noise filtering within their system. That's why they call it the Sphere. So couple others though that I want to talk about is the Oticon Intent. That is also a really great hearing aid. ReSound Vivia, and then the Widex Allure is also the one of the best hearing aids of 2025. So you have basically about like 5 different options. These are some of the best top hearing aids that exist in the entire world. You can't get any better than this. To pick which option is going to be best for you, that's going to have to be between you and your provider in your clinic. Sound quality is going to play a huge factor. So what you can do is demo maybe 2 different ones kind of side by side, see how you like the sound quality. Everyone's brain is a little different, so everyone's brain will prefer a different sound quality, right? My personal 2 favorite, just based on my experience, are gonna be the Starkey and the Phonak. They have incredible technology. Earlier when I was talking about the person who worked at Intel, worked on the device, that was the Starkey hearing aid. I will put a list down below in the description of the best hearing aids of 2025, the true best hearing aids of 2025. And if you have any questions, feel free to type it out in the comments, and hopefully in a future video, I'll be able to answer your questions. I understand this can be a really confusing process, and I really hate that for patients. Part of the reason I started Texas Hearing Center is to provide transparency to patients, because apparently not very many people are doing that. So hopefully you find this video helpful. Like and subscribe, and I will continue to answer questions and continue to post helpful videos.